All right, should be live. Let me throw up a thing in the pit. You also have access in Ryan's Trading. You can make as many channels as you want.
I'll expand the.
I'll show you how to do the
channels on that as soon as I get all my ducks in a row.
Hey, Miha.
How many people typically can you count on once you go live to jump in?
Saturday's a bit different. Probably half, maybe, but you know, it'll be recorded onto the YouTube channel, so
gotcha.
Everybody will be in there. Let's see if I can turn that way so you're in the video. Cuddling with. Hey, Mason. So yeah, on the Ryan's Tradings over here, you can edit and clone channels. You can make your own channels, and you can also go in and edit the channels. So you can set the permissions to whatever you want. I need to make a video explaining all of the things you can do on here.
So I don't have those options in mind. So if I
right click the channel or the want to go down, right click there. Edit.
I can't add anything.
Hit edit.
I just change the name. Can't add any other channels.
Hit exit there. Go ahead and right click on the strategies or go up to the channel or the category. Let me make sure edit category permissions. Oh, duh. I need to add you to the actual. There we go. Manage permissions, read text files, send messages, manage channels, manage webhooks, manage messages, read history, mention everyone. All right, now try it. So see that plus button?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, cool.
And you should be able. What I do is I just copy channels because usually you want the same settings for those.
Yeah, that works.
But you can go through and I want to try to keep some organization to the server. So on your intro channel, just have like a quick description. And if you want, you can do like an intro of who you are. But this is basically like a glossary of what all of your channels are. Because eventually you're probably gonna have a lot of channels in there. Cool. So we keep it organized and kind of have like a structure for each one.
Four people. Perfect.
Huh?
Is that 4 people in here so far?
No, 33.
Oh, 33
right there.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
There'll be more coming in as we just let it go for a minute. All right, I'm gonna let the stream go for a few minutes and let some more people join, and then we'll start for those that are in here. Hey, Stock Addiction. Hey, Trader Joe. Pretty good. We're going to be going over strategies and stuff for the day. It looks like we might be just getting 33, so we'll start in a minute. You got some questions too in your.
I got questions. Yeah, I saw someone was asking about AWX and how someone was able to buy the entire float on AWX, and it's a publicly shared. Thus, the float is a publicly traded amount of shares. So
Yeah.
that's why the owner of SureTrader was able to buy 1.9
Why would he do
million
that?
shares.
Wouldn't he get stuck though?
No, well, he's gonna have to sell blocks as it goes up, but his plan, and like only speculative what his plan was, but the idea behind it was to buy so many shares that the shorts would be stuck holding the bag and either cover their positions, or he would squeeze them out anyways because there's just not enough shorts to go around at that point.
Is that confirmed that he actually bought on
Yeah.
the float?
Yeah. He submitted a Form 4 on day 2 that he bought.
What's a Form 4?
A Form 4 is, so I think the way it's interpreted is the Form 4 is once you want to buy so many publicly traded shares of a stock, you have to submit to the SEC that you're doing so.
Oh.
So Form 4 is what you fill out for the amount of shares that you're going to buy. So that guy was going to buy 1.9 million shares. He had to submit a Form 4 to the SEC, and he has 2 days to do it. So he can go ahead and buy the shares,
Yeah.
and then submit his Form 4 within so much amount of time.
What was its ticker?
AWX.
AWX.
Yeah, and the reason it's going to go, the reason on Monday people are speculating it's going to go higher is that he is not between the volume that it traded, it doesn't show that he's actually dumped any of his blocks yet.
Was he? So was he buying it up in secret during the day? Probably.
He didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
He didn't tell anyone. So then people were calling it manipulated. Well, it's completely legal. You can buy as many shares as you want. After a certain amount, you have to submit the Form 4 to SEC, but they're all publicly available. It's legal. It's not manipulating. It's just him buying fucking shares.
All profits made back. What's the guy's name that owns SureTrader?
You know what? Let me look on my. There's a ton of people on my Twitter feed all the guys that I follow that were mentioning it. Let me just look. Let me just search for AWS, and it'll come up right away. I'm almost guarantee it. Mine. So his name is Mint Broker, aka. So he goes by Mint Broker. So there's one of the top traders I follow.
Remember, SureTrader bought the float at AT09. I need to set up my. Let's go ahead and set up my StockTwits right now.
I don't know what the guy's name is, his actual real name that owns SureTrader, but I'm sure it's publicly available. But honestly, if AWX doesn't fall below the 13 EMA in my 10-minute chart, I'm not gonna. There's no reason to speculate it's on the backside because it's just not. It won't be on Monday. That thing will probably smash straight into the $30 area or the 40 and become a GBR again, and then it'll take forever to fall back down. Because I bet you $100 to the guy that bought those shares, he's waiting for the backside to dump.
Yeah.
Because he's already in the money. I mean, that dude's making millions already. He's just gonna wait for the backside to start dumping on people, and he'll probably create the backside by doing that, but who knows? No one ever knows what the stock's going to do. You can only just take a position, put your risk, and watch.
Yeah. What the hell? Why? I can't remember my damn login. I think it's Garen Phillips.
I need more coffee. Or more Monster, I mean.
I used to not drink coffee until I started trading and doing YouTube. I quit my job to relax and have some more free time, and now I can still wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I think this is good.
Isn't the insider trading? No. Andy, it's not insider trading because he has so much amount of time to submit that Form 4. just because he bought publicly available shares,
Yeah,
it's completely legal. They're all public available. You can go and buy, if you have the money, the same amount of shares.
it's
You would
only
just be an unknown person. He just happens to be the owner of SureTrader, and
yeah, it's
he
only
did it.
it's only insider trading if you work for the company and you have information that the public does not have information of. All right, I can't figure out my damn Twitter. Log in. I guess I'll just forget password.
Wouldn't isolate you if you were trading based on insight. No, again, you don't for even though he's the owner of SureTrader, and I'm sure that he knows that he can see his level. He can see the shares his companies are buying in as their traders are trading. He still did it 2 days prior to any of that price manipulation or that price spiking. So, and I don't know the complete logistics or the all of the legalities of it, but from what I studied the last couple of days, it's completely legal for him to do that as long as he submits the Form 4 within 2 days. He may or may not have known that, but I mean, he can. What's he gonna do? He can just say no, and how do you improve it, one way or the other?
Yeah.
He has no idea as far as he's concerned. I'm sure.
Okay. Let's set up my Twitter real quick for everybody that you follow.
Right. If they find out, how are they going to find out? He's in the Bahamas. B, he can just play ignorant and say he was strategizing.
That'd be a nice setup. Just trade in the Bahamas for the rest of your life
That would be awesome.
and own a brokerage.
Right.
All right. Where do I add people? Do I have to go to Twitter to add people?
I'm not on StockTwits. I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
My entire strategy behind getting real time news is my Twitter feed.
Okay.
I only follow I think I'm up to maybe 60 people now.
Who do you follow?
If you find my name and just click open up that in a different tab,
Okay.
you can start building your Twitter feed that way, just following. And then those are all.
Who's the biggest guys?
So the people that I would recommend following first would be Ace, ACE. You can just type in @Ace.
I think you have Twitter set.
Yeah, the top 10 is in Discord. So just go to the Discord into my Twitter setup, and those are the top 10 that I would recommend everyone following.
Yeah. So for those that are in here, if you guys want to set up your Twitter accounts, under Ryan's trading Twitter setup, he's got all of his biggest the top 10 followers that he has. Let's just type in those guys. So Super One NYC.
Ari, I would start with free content, man. I think that's your name, Ari, Ari. Start with free content, like what you're doing right now. I mean, we're not charging anything for this, and I'll give you all the information that I do every day. Throughout the coming weeks, we're going to keep doing this and doing live trading or live feeds. So stay tuned.
All right, I'm already following Open Outcrier. So you want to give a brief explanation of who all these guys are?
Yeah, so those are. Let me just pull up, and I can just I can pull that from that way I can.
Top movers in the morning.
Yeah.
Analysis, upgrades.
So
and downgrades.
the reason I watch Ace is he's been trading for 20 plus years.
Okay.
And yeah, he will give you every morning from 7 a.m. Eastern to almost 9 Eastern. He'll give you the top gappers and the top gap ups and top gap down. It's a super easy way to reference and start looking at tickers when you wake up. You can lay in bed. That's what I do. I wake up around 5:30 a.m. I start looking at what's moving on my phone, get ready for the morning, and you can see. I mean, it's relevant.
Yeah.
List. It'll match TI to the T.
Okay. And Open Outcrier for analysis, upgrades, and
Yeah,
downgrades.
so Open Outcrier is great for analyst calls, upgrades, downgrades. He puts out those almost daily. You can see that he retweets earnings report, earning whispers. Earning whispers is another one that he does the actual schedule on. So every day during earnings seasons, he'll post the day after or the next day's earnings reports and what companies are reporting.
How do I earnings? Okay, earnings whisperer. I'm following them too.
Yeah, so earning whispers, he's a have to have follower too. So the strategy behind this is to eliminate all the
Noise.
in your Twitter.
Yeah.
People love social media, but if you use it the right way, it could be an amazing tool. For me, it's been great.
Yeah, I'm like an earnings whisperer. So that's one thing I don't know how to play earnings at all. Like how do you play earnings? You wait till
So you can look at earnings. So every day, so the day before these earnings, you can look at their charts and you can see if people are buying it or if it's actually in a downtrend.
Mhm.
And you can try and look at research them on Yahoo Finance. You can research their last quarter during that same year. You can just do your own analysis and kind of pick a direction. So basically, more than likely, if it's on an uptrend, people are buying it ahead of earnings because either their last 2 quarters were good and they've submitted a beat on their earnings. You can look at the EMAs and SMAs as far as the chart's concerned and see where it could fall and take a position there.
What's your you don't buy though until like the next day until everything.
Yeah, normally they all submit their earnings report after hours, or some do pre-market, but normally you'll see it after hours. And if you have an account where you can trade after hours, then you can trade it and you can take a position based on your support and resistance. But if you don't have, obviously, if you need to wait, you have to wait. But typically the next day after earnings, it's usually a gap fill if they submitted a beat on their earnings. If you can find the ones that will gap fill and then will curl and go, that's typically the best setups that I like to take.
Okay.
So typically you'll see them come down, touch a 13 EMA or touch one of your EMAs that will be from the gap, and then go, or find support and resistance lines where.
Have you played any earnings this week?
Yeah.
That we're in. Okay, we'll pull those up in a minute. Let me write that down. Where is my pencil? We'll come back to this after we get the Twitter StockTwits done. Facebook buy or sell. Can't really tell you how to buy or sell. You got to have your own strategy for that. But we can show you our processes.
I'm definitely bearish on. I am bearish on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, how bad were the earnings? I didn't really look at the stats.
It just wasn't as good as people thought. That's all. People were taking positions. It was even financial firms were bullish on it, but they just had a mixed earnings. It was bad.
Okay. All right. So Awesome Calls. This is your chat room that you follow. What do they usually post?
So I've been in Awesome Calls for probably a year now, and I've done so as a new trader 2 years ago. I did kind of what everybody else did. I jumped on Tim Sykes, got tired of it because it was, it's just he's a great marketer.
Yeah.
For what he is, he can market the shit out of his own content. Then I went to Deckmar Trades, another guy who does penny stocks and small cap stocks. He's super excitable. He's super when you get into his chat room, you'll feel his excitement. But he's another guy that he's looking for 10 to 20 cents.
Yeah. And
if your account size is small and you're a new trader and you're not fast on the trigger, you're gonna get dumped on.
Yeah. He when I got into his course, he was doing the $4,000 account challenge. And he grew it to 25 in like a month or two.
Yeah. So Deckmar's he's a really good trader. It's just as a new trader going after
it's very fast.
These huge volume, high volatility plays, you have to be prepared or practice paper trading to be fast on the trigger to get out when the stock is peaked. You have to know your resistance levels and you have to know where it's time to get the fuck out of this trade, because that 10 cents, that 20 cents that Deckmar's looking for, you're gonna make maybe $30 and your ego is like, $30 sucks.
Yeah.
But really, it's a percentage of your entire portfolio if you're a small guy.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to check your ego. And as a new trader, it's super hard. It's one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, that's been my biggest issues the past 2 days. Is just I should have stopped trading after the first 2 bad trades. So Awesome Calls, what do they usually post on their Twitter?
So you won't find AJ doesn't really do pre-market calls, although he's been doing it lately for marketing reasons, but you'll see his charts after the fact of what are the chat room traded after the day.
He posts his analysis for his trades.
Yeah, every once in a while he will post his in the morning. He'll post what he's looking at, but that will change as news and things change during pre-market.
Damn, 97% gain on just $500 risk.
Yeah, I shit you not. Awesome Calls is one of the it is the most legitimate chat room or service I've ever looked into. It's expensive, but I guarantee you, if you take the trades that AJ suggests, you'll make that money back in a day.
Does he post his watch list in the morning?
Yes. So every morning around 9:15, you'll see the watch list. Again, it's a fast way of preparing, but if you just pick 2 or 3 and look at the resistance and support, most of the time it's just a gap fill strategy. Apply that to how you like to trade, and you'll make your monthly subscription money back in 30 minutes if you're focused enough.
Okay. I might actually check out his chat room eventually.
He's awesome, man. I'm telling you, that dude is legitimate.
Odie Berkman.
Odie's a biotech. She will post like relevant news for biotech. Really great for cutting through bullshit and just telling you exactly what the news is.
Okay. Receive positive. Okay. So you see the biggest ABV. I wasn't really watching any of these.
I don't know what H1 and H4 at open close is, Jimmy.
ABIO. Seeing at H1, H4 at open close at M5.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Scalper lingo.
Probably.
Modern
Rock, another awesome
I've heard of him.
low cap. That dude is hilarious, but he is another dude that just cuts out all the bullshit. He also has free content on his IG. So if you jump on his Instagram, he'll every day he'll do live feeds like you and I are doing right now for free, and he'll tell you exactly what he was looking at for like AWX or for GBR or for CBIO or BIOC, all the small low float runners that we always see. He'll give you an analysis of what he was looking at that day.
The trading fish.
You tried all day hold, which is better. I'm thinking trying awesome calls or autos. I've never heard of all day holds.
I think I have. But
honestly, yeah. Gabi, there's so many rooms out there who people they get consistent and they're like, I'm gonna start my own thing. AJ, who owns Awesome Calls, he's been trading for 20 plus years, and he's like I said, man, he's solid. Like that dude, he'll get on your ass. Like he's not just about giving you a strategy and letting you go at it. That dude he's legitimately concerned about your account. Like when he sees you have a red day and he knows you could have changed it, he'll ask you during chat, during live trading, and he'll stop what he's doing and say, "What the fuck are you doing? Why did you take that trade? I need to know why you took that trade because I told you your resistance and support was here. Why did you get in at this price level?" Yeah, that's hilarious. That was an AWX that Modern Rock posted. It's funny.
Yeah. Who starts a fight with
no
two
idea.
girls
That's
twice
crazy.
the size as you?
No idea. Yeah, no, DJ Coke, guys, it's not a guaranteed profit. So he doesn't give you alerts. And Awesome Calls there's no alerts. He gives you ideas and he gives you what he's looking at. And 90% of the time, Awesome Calls, the AJ he gets it correct. And he's not the only moderator in the chat. A guy named Spartan, so at Spartan Trading is who I follow. He's also a moderator and who I have learned my current strategy from. Eric Russell, another amazing trader. He's a moderator in there.
Spartan?
So yeah, at Spartan right there, top one.
I think I'm already following them.
Yeah, solid dude. He's from Canada, an awesome dude.
So he's a moderator.
As a matter of fact, you can see my number in his last. I'm right there. No, I'm right here.
Okay.
So that's us chatting in his private room, going about our analysis on the next day's trading.
So he's in Awesome Calls.
He's a moderator of Awesome Calls.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never heard a bad thing about Awesome Calls.
No, and you won't. And everybody who trashes Furus, all of like the gurus, the fake people who start trade, you'll never hear a bad thing about Awesome Calls unless it's a trader who
hit piece
blew up, got pissed off, and is gonna try and hate on them.
So briefing.com.
Briefing. You can actually sign up for their service. They just tweet every once in a while, and most of the time when they tweet, the news is relevant and it's fast. So I like it.
Okay. So what do they mostly post on IPOs and
Everything. They post everything from earnings reports to IPOs to gappers to who's selling who's buying what. It's just relevant news.
okay. Let's see. So Sparticle AT09 trader. This is I've heard of.
AT09. He is also a momentum trader, but he does high cap, big cap, mid cap, small caps. He'll do penny stocks. He's a solid trader. He does, and he's transparent as shit. He'll show his losses, his analysis, his reviews. He's a solid dude.
Damn.
Yeah, that's his 4-year P&Ls. He went from making a couple $100 a day, now he's making 20+ grand a day.
Damn. Well, yeah, that's how it starts.
Mm-hmm.
It's all percentages.
That's just all risk management. That's period. That's all it is. None of these strategies matter if your risk management is shit.
Yeah.
You can be 90% right all the time, but if your losses are bigger than your gains, it's just mathematics. You're gonna lose. You'll blow your account up.
All right. AR Trading 125.
Yeah, that's Eric Russell. He is my mentor. He's a solid.
I don't. It's not
Awesome
popping
guy.
up. Art Trading.
Yeah, that guy right there.
That's weird. Why didn't it?
Maybe you can't follow him. You are. Huh? That's weird.
Is anybody else able to follow Art Trading? I think I've seen his Twitter before.
A lot of these dudes, if they know you're doing like a YouTube channel, they'll be progressive about who they allow following them and who they don't.
Why?
Just because they don't want anyone to try and copy their strategies or not give them, I don't know, not promote them. You know what I'm saying? It's all about preserving your strategy in this game.
So this is Art Trading for So where'd you find him from? Where'd you meet him?
Where did I first meet that guy? I saw him. Oh, I was part of a group like 2 years ago that I found just trying to stumble my way through Twitter, and it was Wolves of Wall Street, and it was a small group back then, but now it's blown up, and he was a part of it, and I just started trying to ask him questions, and he actually started with Tim Sykes, and
Yeah,
he
you
was
told me
on
about him.
he was on his what Tim Sykes calls his little room and his website that you can post your P&Ls. Profitly. So he was on Profitly.
Yeah.
And he got, $100,000-$200,000 account, and then he ended up retiring and going doing his own thing.
Yeah, he was actually. I looked at his Profitly before.
Yeah.
But he hasn't posted in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sucks. Who's else? Is anybody else able to? Are you guys able to follow Art Trading? Did he just block me?
No, there's no beef with that guy. He just has to preserve his own profits and his own strategy, and
yeah,
it is what it is. It's business, man. You can't hate on the dude because he's trying to preserve his shit.
Personally, I'd like to follow him and promote him if he's a good trader.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can reach out to him.
All right, so I guess he did block just me.
Yeah.
Well, I can't reach out to him if he blocked me.
That's true. I mean, you can hit him up on YouTube or find another way of.
Yeah, I do. I actually do follow him on YouTube. Yeah.
That's the dude right there.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him. Yeah, I think I have followed his videos. All right, and then the last one, no, two more. Day trade.
You just have to realize that these moderators, AR Trading is a very, very, very skilled trader. That dude is 80% plus in his trading, and his average trading is somewhere around $4,000 a trade. He preserves his strategy because it's a paid for service. I mean, if you had the same kind of strategy and you were 80%, your average trades were $4K a trade, you do the same thing. It's business, is what it is. But he also does free content too, like everybody else.
All right, day
Yeah, the day trade.
3.
Yeah, just another dude that does a range of stocks. He does a good analysis, the good thoughts. Just a cool dude. Another
Okay.
dude that cuts out BS, doesn't like to follow people in his trades and all that.
So did I hit follow on him?
I don't know what his total capital is, Jason. It's probably hundreds of thousands at this point.
Option shock. So, option shock.
Yeah, options
Option
trader.
calls.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is one of the ones that was suggested to me by AJ.
Okay.
Just another dude that does because he'll call out like puts and calls and the percentage of people going into certain stocks, and that will affect how the equity will trade.
That's something I don't know how to read. I've looked into options and I can see like the spreads and stuff, but I don't understand the graphs on.
Well, if you get the news that call buying is up on Facebook, that will directly impact how the equity in what we trade moves every day. So if call buying is up, you know that people are looking for a higher price next week.
Okay.
So you can based on your strategy, if you have a good swing strategy, you can look to buy the equity and sell next week.
Do you know how to see that in the Market Watch?
So no, I don't do the. I've never even looked at options in TOS.
Yeah, active trader. There's a way to. Where's it at? No. Well, you can't do it on there, but if we go to Amazon, maybe. Yeah. So there's all the options, and then there's a way to. See the actual spread, or the options sales, product depth.
Yeah, Charlie. If that guy matches your strategy and you like to do those quick trades and get in and out in less than 30 seconds, go for it.
Yeah, so you can see like all the spreads and the calls and stuff. So these are all active, but I don't know how to read it. I need to learn how to read these.
Yeah, options will be my next level up, but I'm still doing equity. I'm making okay there.
All right, let's finish this up real quick. So these are the top players you follow. Tweet deck. So if you were gonna set up a tweet deck, who would be the like top followers?
Top guys, I would put out definitely Ace. I would put out definitely Open Outcrier. Definitely
Ace.
Yeah.
Is he up there?
ACE at Ace. Yeah, he's the very first one. Is at Super NYC, I think.
Super one NYC.
Yeah, Ace. Nah, one above. That guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
Add a column. All right.
And then I would do Open Outcrier.
So for those that
Will Stock Picks, yeah, another guy that does like multi-hundred tens of $1,000s a day. Yeah.
Open Outcrier K. I think you got a K there. Might be a typo.
Yeah, it's probably a typo.
You can edit these too on your permissions.
And then I would do Skip Awesome Calls. I follow him just because, like I said, I'm in his chat room and we do analysis after on Twitter. Do OD for sure for biotech, and then just follow the rest of them. I would definitely do those top 10.
Okay.
For sure.
I don't know if I can. I wish I could condense my thing smaller. For those that don't know, TweetDeck is basically like you can get a stream of individual things that are happening real time. So right now I have AWX on search, so anything that pops up AWX will be here. And then Deckmar trades. Probably this is a guy that I follow, but I don't think he should be TweetDeck. Deckmar.
No, I would take Deckmar out.
Yeah. He's not. He doesn't really live stream data or anything like that.
No, he just puts his daily watch list up, which is going to be the same exact shit that Ace puts up because he's getting the same gap ups. That's his strategy. He plays gaps ups and then he waits for consolidation on one of his tickers. If it consolidates during PM and doesn't drop, then he takes the trade. That's his strategy. That's what Deckmar does.
Any feed and will stock picks. You follow Open Outcrier, Jason? Jason's one of the mods in the
cool,
Discord.
Yeah.
You guys say Will Stock Picks? Is this guy?
That dude looks like he's about 14 years old. I've seen a
There's
few
some
of his.
kids.
I've seen, yeah, no, the guy seems genius. He's got his own chat room. He seems successful. I mean, who am I to say he's not a real trader? He seems like he has a great strategy. I looked at some of his live feeds. Is
There's
good for him.
Tony
for sure.
Ivanov. He looks like he's probably 19, but making bank.
Yeah.
I can't find UStockTrade.
He probably blocked you too.
So much ego in day trading.
I followed all of the recommended Twitter access Ryan suggests is working well. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, if you just reduce your Twitter down to legitimate good news feeds, you can't go wrong. You absolutely can't. Just get rid of all the bullshit news, all the motivational crap you guys do. Just get down to the nitty gritty and follow the people who actually give relevant information every day, and you'll get the popular stocks, the ones that have volume.
Is this him? Did he change his?
No, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him.
UStockTrade.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy's decent to follow.
I don't follow him. Some of these guys said they do, so I don't know.
All right, we'll check them out. Okay, so we'll just leave that for there. Yeah, so that's a quick rundown on Twitter follows and StockTwits. Now we're gonna get into Ryan's strategy that he's been testing out and stuff, and talking about trade reviews and all that.
So I'm gonna get into my strategy, but I have to. I don't want to get into this until I let you guys know that I learned the strategy from the moderator Spartan Trading in Awesome Calls.
Yeah.
So in no way am I claiming this strategy is mine. It just works for me and how I trade. Patience has always been a problem for me. So if you want to, I'm not gonna tell you the strategy. I'm gonna show you my charts, and then kind of we can go through it. But I can't give you the EMAs. I can't give you the strategy. I can just show you the charts. We can review some things, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away someone else's strategy that he's actually worked his ass off in.
Yeah. So shout out.
It's a monetary thing. And shout out to Spartan Trading. He's an amazing dude.
Now he does. You can contact him and he'll training, right?
Yes, he will. You can actually pay for his strategy. He will take you through a 3-hour webinar. Go to I think it's SpartanTrading.com.
Yeah,
and he'll take you through a strategy.
One-on-one services. Yeah, I probably need to get a one-on-one training. I haven't actually paid for dedicated training yet. I know Dekmar. That's one of his services when you're in his chat rooms. You can do one-on-one for free.
Right.
With him.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the one-on-one. All right, so how do you want to do this then?
So why don't we change seats and I'll set. Can they see the charts?
Yeah, they can see everything right here.
Okay.
So everything from this over.
Okay. So
we'll turn off my profit and loss because we're not trading today. All right, so get rid of that and.
How can I do this without pissing people off?
Well, we can go black screen real quick if you want to set up everything.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, and I'll set it up, and then I can take people through my trades last week, and I can show you my risk management. I can show you basically what I do on a daily basis, and then leave it there.
Okay. So we're gonna black screen this real quick, and he's gonna set up his thing. We'll just go over that. I'm gonna grab a coffee.
So if you guys have any questions, ask away. I'm just gonna set this screen up real quick, and then we can get into it. Jason, yeah, I haven't gotten into swing trading. I'm purely a intraday day trader for now. But this strategy that I've been studying over the last month, it's amazing for swing trades. Not too sure if he's legit. No, Carlos, I don't have a trading room. I'm a part of a trading room. I subscribe to one. I'm both. Doffel, DOFL. I go with the chart. I'm not a bias to anything. I think if you're biased, you're gonna trap yourself into not making as much money as you can. If you're a biased for one way or the other, you're setting yourself up for a failure. Tradenet. I use Tradenet. I'm not sure what the bottom level, John. I'm not sure what that buying power is for that. I think for the $500 level, yeah, I think it is 14,000, and the next level up is like 80,000. Yeah, Doffel. I lost 4 accounts in 2 years. Before I started getting actual consistent, I lost about 15 grand. Charlie, I don't have a channel. I do have a channel. It's called Profitable Day Trader. But I haven't had any content on it yet. It's just something that I need to work on. I have a full-time job. I'm a network engineer by trade, so I have to try and balance work life and this other part of this. So it's kind of not easy right now to try and add content to a YouTube page when I have full-time job plus trading plus family, all that stuff. Damn it. Do you know any broker that offers 50K buying power for a deposit? No. No, I don't know a broker will give you 50K for $1,000. If they did, I'm not sure I'd trust them. I'm in PTRC, CIE right now. If you guys have charts you want me to look at, we can do that. We can analyze together. You said PTRC. Charlie, are you swinging that long or short? I assume short because my daily shows at this crossed a few major supports on the downside. I would say if your PTRC can dump below 36.98, you're gonna see the next low down to 33.50 area, and then down to 30. So I'll go over my trades on Friday. We can look at what I was looking at, and then you guys can have questions, all this kind of stuff. How do I open up this black screen and do it?
You see the main screen right there with the see the eye that's slashed out, the eye, over. Yeah, the locks and the eyes go over to the eye.
Oh, this guy right here.
Down.
Yeah.
To the main screen. Down.
Main screen. Got it. Yeah. Unlock it.
No, hit the eye.
Hit the.
No, that one locks it. So Hit that right there.
This guy?
Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, cool. There it is. All right. Okay. Yeah, AWX, Facebook, TNE. Both. I can't see anything. What'd you get? Okay, so here's my charts, guys. Where's my mouse? There it is. So here's what I was looking at on Friday. I took a short on TAL based on a few different things. So as a trader, as a day trader, this was a continuation for me, and I was looking at these support lines. Okay, so if you're seeing my screen, it's very easy to kind of visually see where the support and resistance at, and these are all dips. So see these dips where they hold here, and if you look good enough, you can see kind of the area where this resistance here matches pretty close to this support now. So this resistance turned to support later on in the year. So my thesis was that because it was lower than some of these EMAs that I like to watch, and it had some earnings report that wasn't so great, I was looking for a short, and that's kind of what I looked at on the intraday. So if we expand the hourly out, the day prior's lows was here. It came back up and touched here. I was only looking for this area here again to short, and that's where I got in. So I shorted.
You were shorting the retest. Basically.
Yes, I was shorting the retest and the retest of my EMAs. So once this came up and it did not reclaim this EMA and it kind of fell through, and the next candle, there's no way that next candle was coming up through this EMA. I got short on this bar here.
So you waited for confirmation.
Yes. So the whole idea is to wait for confirmation on the 10-minute. This is the hourly. So let's go back to the 10-minute. I'll show you the 10-minute.
So all divergence. Yeah, that's a huge rip on the 10.
So when this rips down and there's no support that comes back through, this is exactly what I look for.
What was your entry?
My entry was the first bar once it broke below my EMAs. EMAs downturned. I got in. My average ended up being around 30. I could bring it up, but my average was around the 36.27. So this area through here.
Nice thin line.
And as I was looking at the chart, on the daily, these is where I drew these charts. If it dumped below this area, I was looking for this next lows on the prior day, which it smashed right into. So that's why I took that trade yesterday.
This is Chaz, by the way. Hey, Chaz, Ryan.
How's it going? Any questions? Facebook, Gap. Do you guys trade net over the spread personally?
You can let's grab it. We can drag this up.
Cool.
And then minimize that. And real quick, I'm gonna try to see if I can get the eye tracker to work. For some reason, it's been broke this past week. I don't know why. Oh well. Hop up real quick. Let me see if I can get the eye tracker to work, because it helps out a lot.
Cool.
To see what you're looking at.
Oh, this is not my phone.
Slide back through here real quick.
Yeah, I like this setup, man. I have to get something like this.
Yeah, I'll be building a new rig soon. Do you ever built a custom computer?
Yeah, I've done a couple of them, but I mean, like I said, man, I need to carve out more time for stuff like that.
How many hours a week are you working now?
With maintenance windows, probably 60 plus.
Damn. Yep, I used to have to do that in the foundry. You don't have any time to do anything else.
No, dude, I have enough time to go home, stay up until 1 or 2 a.m. studying charts, know what I'm trading the next day, look at what's popular, what's moving the next day, and then go to work, trade for probably 2 hours in the morning, and then start working.
I can't find the damn eye tracker.
USB's finally coming up. Yeah, I don't see it in there in the US in the
That's weird. I don't know. Something's been messing up lately.
RMA. Send back.
Oh well. Guess no eye tracker for today. All right.
Strategy right now is kind of more of a company analysis, expedited profits due to the increases, oil prices staying ready first and second quarter. My portfolio 2%. Cool. So any questions on TAL? I kind of quickly glazed over it, but honestly, what I was looking for is lower volume to drop out of the first candle after the 10 minutes. I was looking for confirmation under what I thought was support and resistance, and it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Come up, smacked here, was down. That was pretty simple. And during my trading day, I'm looking at all three of these charts. Typically, I'll just look at the daily to kind of analyze what I want to do for the day and analyze the trend, either up or down trend. Then I'll switch this to like a 3-minute if he's got one. He doesn't. Okay. So I can kind of get a better idea of the short term. But I have learned and I've kind of gotten used to being more patient if I'm looking at a 10-minute chart, because it will literally make you watch for confirmation.
Yeah.
It makes you sit there, watch it, and it matches my rules. So I have a set of rules, about 10 of them, that if I don't follow them, I know that I'm not going to trade as well as I can as if I follow them. And one of them is not trading until 9:45 in the morning.
That's been my biggest issue these past. I've been thinking about that a lot with my past 2 days. Is that maybe the 2-minute and the 1-minute charts are just too fast for my patience, and it's costing me a lot of money. I'm thinking maybe switch it over to 3 and 10 minutes.
I'm telling you, man, this 10-minute chart mixed with what I've been looking at last few days has been awesome for me.
So are you trying to? I mean, with 10-minute charts, you're trying to hold for a little bit longer, then, aren't you?
Yeah, so I think you'll find that if you once it matches the downtrend of what your direction is, or if not, you'll either get out very fast, very quickly. It'll stop you out and hit your risk management, or it'll work and you manage the trade.
Yeah, because a lot of the holds I'm trying to do are probably multi-hour. It's not like the quick running.
It's
scalps.
funny that the people that get in this, there's a few people that ask questions and the rest are all chatting with each other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
It's got their own.
That's great. Anyways, yeah. So this is my other trade, and this one I was looking at kind of the same thing. It kind of matched the same strategy. So I look at the daily. It's under some of these support resistance that I look for. You can see that it's coming up. An obvious resistance line was right here. Support was, somewhere in these valleys through here. There's the last support through here. You can see it stopped, come back up, stopped again. Could you please share what software you're using? I don't know what the software is, Kosi. It's Garen's. I'm just here doing my analysis and kind of sharing my thoughts.
What software?
He's asking what software. Kosi, you're asking the software for his recording software or what?
OBS.
It's OBS.
It's actually Streamlabs OBS.
Yeah, the software is Thinkorswim. So I use Tradenet for my platform for actually buying and selling shares, and I use TOS for charting. I think everybody pretty much uses TOS or a variation of that. Yeah, TOS. Yeah, I'm on OBS is the actual recording software, and the charts is TOS that I'm showing you guys what I'm doing on. Hope that helps. Okay, so OSTK. That was the other trade that I had. The thesis on this was that it was breaking the EMAs that I'm watching for through here, and I was just gonna get into this with a thought process. If it broke through and it was able to dump, it was gonna dump down and touch at least this known support through here, and you can see the support dump, hit, and then come back up. So I was looking at this area for support. It was above. It broke below this EMA. I was short. So there's what I was looking at on the daily, right? So go back to the
What was your sell target exactly on that?
Yeah,
Like,
my sell target was right here, at least within 10 cents of this support.
have you thought about reversals or reversing
You could play it
trades?
that way too, because if you would have saw this come down and held this price target, this price action here at 36.28, I mean, you could have gotten yourself $1 out of it, $1.20 as a matter of fact out of it. So you could have played that reversal. So my what I did for this guy is I waited for the same confirmation. So this first candle, this first 10 minute was undecided, didn't know what was going to do. The second one definitely failed these EMAs, and it was confirmation. I got short here. I added into this pop through here, and I waited for the dump, and it dumped all the way down. I started taking off my position at half when I got to 50 cents, and then I took another quarter off into this little pop here, and I took the rest off when it held this support here. Can I take a peek at AWX? I'm confused what happened. Yes, AWX is. Read the news on AWX. AWX, SureTrader's owner bought the float pretty much. When you buy the float and you buy 1.9 million shares, it's kind of hard for shorts to stay short. They get squeezed out. That's what happened. I mean, that's literally what happened.
Oh, was that big rip him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this rip was all these shorts getting squeezed out, and it was him buying pretty much the entire fucking float.
There was a few people in my chat room that did buy that breakdown on
That was
channel.
a solid buy.
Yeah.
That was a solid buy. And the way that you know that it was, and how my strategy would have applied to this, was the trend. I would have looked at the trend break here,
Yeah.
and you would have saw. Let's see.
I wonder when he started his buy target.
So when this, if I were playing this, and I hate to be the hindsight guy here, the hindsight hero, but my strategy would have been, if it broke this trend break, this flag coming down, this overall flag on the day, and it broke over my EMAs, and it held these as it was going up, that was a solid hold overnight, and it was a solid long once it broke the trend.
I just can't imagine what he's gonna do with all those shares. Like, I can't.
He's gonna tomorrow on Monday. This is gonna squeeze again up into this area. Let's look at the daily, and we can analyze it. Right? Let's do that. So on the daily,
I guess he's just gonna be selling into amateurs that don't know.
he's gonna sell whoever wants to fucking buy it, and he'll probably start. I'm not sure how. I mean, like I said, I'm still a very new trader in terms
Go to the
of
20. It's 20 years back. It is hitting resistance, but it's like this is like a 30-year-old company. It's way back. Yeah, way back there. Actually, it's even farther, I think. Go to max.
Where?
Go to weekly. Just switch it to week because I think we don't have enough room on the chart.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're trying to. Let's just do week.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Like back in the 90s.
So here you go. So back in the 90s, actually, and look, how perfect was that? It smacked right on the resistance level back in the 90s. So, telling you, man, support and resistance, keep it simple, and it'll pretty much tell you where it's going to go.
The only reason I called it Jason is because we were talking about the overall S&P 500. I was looking back like 50 years, and I had the 50 years up, and we went to AWX, and I saw that it went back that far.
Yeah, so even if you drew the fibs from way back then, you're still going to look at, and it's way above. So there's 1658 there where it hit in after hours, and the fibs are saying 2571, and then the 40. So I'll be willing to bet that it does go into the 20s.
What was that already at? Like 19, wasn't
It's
it?
at 19 now. It's way over this fib here.
Yeah.
So it'll hit 20s for sure. It's just hard because if the float's been bought, I mean, there's not a lot of shares available to short.
Well, Interactive or TradeNet, you can still short it
Because it's CFDs, right?
Yeah.
It's not actual equity. It's CFDs you're shorting.
So I can short this.
I would not fucking touch that.
Not yet. But
I wouldn't touch that until you saw a confirmed backside on this. And on this daily, I mean, it's obviously overextended, and it'll probably stay that way a couple of days. So, what do you guys think about TRXC? It's uptrend. Your risk reward on that,
Is that an IPO? Oh, we're still on the. Is this the week chart or the day chart?
This is the daily.
Okay, so IPO. Do you ever play IPOs?
Not typically.
There was one last week, TLRY, which was an IPO. Some people were playing. It was moving a lot.
There's your support and resistance. There's your levels. If you're going to get into this, I would wait for this pullback back to around this 1496 area, and put your risk right below it. That would be your trade on TRXC.
Yeah, you can see that solid sell off there. Everybody took profits.
Yeah, would be your trade on TRXC. How do borrows with Tradenet compare to IB? They're all awesome. Tradenet is awesome for borrows.
Yeah, Tradenet, I don't. I usually
interesting. Thanks for the breakdown for me. No worries, Greed. Didn't catch the bottom. Yeah. So was it F or Facebook you're asking?
You don't run any longer EMAs on the 10-minute?
No.
Yeah, just those.
This is what I do.
Okay.
F be good for 2 to 3 weeks swing from what I can see, potential 10%. Ford is actually a different. Is this Ford?
That's Ford.
Ford Motor Company. Yeah.
Piece of shit trucks.
Let's look at the daily, right? Let's break it down. That's how we do it.
You got kind of a trend going there from point to point. Well, kind of.
So I would try and find some of the support going down the other way. So let's look at like the 20-year.
Yeah, it was pretty low.
Find some support, and your support's going to be, see where that support line's at, where it's hitting right now. Look way back to my left. Isn't that something? How those dips are coming right into support, and the price of today is getting right into that support. I would say this is an absolute downtrend. You can see it.
Is that dip from earnings? Did they have bad earnings?
I have not checked Ford in forever. So this downtrend would have been great to get in for the cross up once you cross these EMAs right here, and then so that downtrend is over, but the new downtrend is pretty much right here, right? So if you're not able to get above this, and you're well below everything else that shows support, this is not long, and doesn't even show you any indication of it being a bounce.
Yeah, earnings right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one.
So what do you look for? What do you look for on the upside, on the reversal? You wait for like gap up of the EMAs.
Again, man, confirmation. I would look at range breaks on the daily. I would look for like CBIO. Let's look at CBIO. It's a good one. So
these are stock splits, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, so no, this is not a good one. It was a good one back in the day. Let's look at.
What do you mean by range breaks? Like
so let me see
consolidation
if I can find a range break. Yeah, so a range break in this mixed with your strategy. So my strategy is EMAs, right? So here's a range. See the range?
Yep. Or
you could say this is the range up here, from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
If you broke above or below this range and you had an EMA to support it, that's a good way of knowing how to swing. So if you're in a downtrend, much like CBIO was back here, never really held above this downtrend. Still downtrending. If it broke below this EMA and it broke below all the ones that are showing support, and you don't have support here anymore, it's a short. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would wait for this to confirm it's going to hold above any of these other EMAs. Check CHK.
Now, will you short breakdowns like that? Wait for the confirmation on that. This one right here.
Yes. So you can. These are all trends.
Multi-day red.
Yeah, you can short these trends. I mean, so you can see this overextended right here off these EMAs.
Yeah.
And this is another strategy I love to do is this top EMA that I have. If it's overextended by momentum, not by news, by momentum, it's a short. It will come back down and touch these EMAs.
That's a very important point for new traders. There's a big difference between a technical break and a news break. You trade them very differently.
So yeah, that this extension is huge for if that was a momentum extension, that's definite short. So there's that, and then you can just hold that until it comes right back above, and that would be your exit right there. Same thing for this. When it broke below here, I wouldn't get out until it broke above here.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing here. If it broke below right here and confirmed on this day, you don't get back in until it breaks above right here. I mean, it's that simple. That's how simple you can trade. CHK.
Lots of people come into my chat room about Ichimoku since I made that one video.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Ichimoku cloud. It's a complicated study, but it works on some patterns.
CHK doesn't look bad. It looks like it had a red day here. Where did this close? This closed at 441, which is here. So if it closed below those EMAs, I'd say that's a short.
You think that's just a pullback?
I would say that's a pullback, and I would say that's a short. I'm most willing to bet Monday morning this is going to have a pop into this 50 right here. It would probably pop into 460. Maybe it'll pop right above into that 475 area, and I would look to short it. That would be my thesis.
They probably had news on there. Pull up Discord real quick.
I would short right into there. Known resistance behind here is, right there. Known support, last support is here. If it fell below this again on Monday morning at 440, I'd short the shit out of it back down to this EMA, or at least back down to this support.
That's a huge gap up, though.
Or this support. I'd be looking to my price targets into this area. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. WWF. I don't call it WWE. Fuckers. WWE. WWE is another one. You got to, but this is extension. It's really up high, but it's trending high. So I would set a trend line, right?
Yeah.
So there's your trend line going up. If you want to risk this, you want to get in while it's up this high. I would say wait for a pullback into this support area. So you can see the support area is really simply the dips on the chart. So if you're going to get into this, and also keep in mind that WWE has a price target from JP Morgan of $100. And I did trade this long the last couple of weeks, and it's amazing. It's awesome. I would
swing it, or
I would swing the hell out of this if this got back into this support line of $80.
Do we have any older resistance from way back when?
No, I don't think so. It may have been higher at some point.
Nope.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, they're doing really great. I mean, I don't know why, but they're just an old company, WWE Entertainment.
They don't have any competition now.
There's no, yeah. Now, UFC is a piece of shit company now. They're just.
Is it really?
No, dude. It's not. Financially, I'm sure it's okay, but I'm just saying, like, as an entertainer, as someone who watches it, I hate the UFC now. They're all about just putting people ahead of other people who actually deserve to fight for championships. It's all about marketing and shit.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So, yeah, man, I would look for a pullback into this 80 area. I would put my risk right below this wick, and then I would look for it to hold this uptrend. Do you plan your trades the night before or the day of? Both.
Yeah.
C, please. Q, A, and A. Price target. Yes, Jason, this price target, $100. I would definitely swing this.
What do you look for price targets? Like, who do you follow on Twitter for that?
No. So for price targets, Open Outcrier was the upgrades and downgrades.
Okay.
Another one of those guys who had that out was.
You talk about those all the time, but I don't know where to find them.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Sweet, thanks for your input. Right, no worries, man. Always here for you. So yeah, Jason. Also, if you're gonna get into this pullback, I would actually set to get rid of some of my shares through this known resistance through this area. Fuck, stupid thing. Through this area, and then I would hold the last quarter piece going up. That's what I would do, Jason. That's the way I would play it, because it's kind of iffy on where it's going right now. I think it closed 81.75. So yeah, it held the support on Friday. So I would I'd definitely for the pullback, put good risk management. Don't let it go against you, even though it's got a price target of 100. Doesn't mean it's gonna hit right away. There, got that done. Who else has some issues, some questions? C. That's a good C.
Have you been doing the VWAP reject strategy at all?
Nah, not since I've been trying to do this. VWAP reject is always in my back pocket. I always have that as a study, and when I see something like OSTK,
I've been watching for that pattern on the reject, and I guess on the longs too. Test of the.
Do you have a VWAP study in here somewhere?
You can throw it up there. Yeah.
Studies.
Just throw the VWAP up.
I don't want to get into studies. That's all right. Anyways, yeah, this was a VWAP reject right through here. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah, it was on OSTK, and a
C.
lot of the big caps Friday were going red, and they VWAP tested.
Okay, C. Let's look at C. Maximize sell. Do you chart up cryptos? Nah, I'm not a crypto dude. I play the momentum crypto stocks that run with them, but I don't do like Bitcoin and Litecoin and all that stuff.
When you trade stuff like that are weighted off of something else, do you just watch Bitcoin and you trade off
Yeah,
of that?
like recently now that Bitcoin's broken through the $8,000 area or the $7,500 area. Your Raya has been moving. The OSTK has been moving.
NTDC.
Yeah, all the typicals, man. They all move. So C. C is in an uptrend, but you have this EMA here that's very, 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 very strong resistance, and you can see that in the chart. See the chart here?
Yeah,
Come up,
200
it
bounce.
fakes you out right here, faked you out right here, and I'll guarantee you it fakes you out again right there. So I would look to see, I would start a short here. I would risk to here, and then I'd watch this fall back.
Do you like simples or exponentials?
Both. So there's C.
How do you decide when to use a simple versus an exponential?
I use them both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
IQ. IQ is, for me, is in a downtrend, but it looks like it's about to break. So here's your downtrend. Damn it.
Yeah, it does that
Click
sometimes.
that once. Click once. Why is
And
it?
that's a price line.
Oh, I
Or
did this
time
damn
line.
price line.
Here's
my
the
fault.
trend
Yeah,
lines.
so here's the
I
trend.
got all the buttons up there.
So here's your overall trend. I'd say like kind of through there, something like that.
Yeah, IQ is one of those really popular stocks.
And yeah, you can see it holding way well. I mean, these trends are holding. These EMAs are holding really well. When it broke under, it's gonna hold again. My confirmation for IQ would be for it to hold above $34 and move up. For a short, I would. I mean, it's obvious. Look at the dips. The dips. Here's your dips. The obvious short right here is right here. When it broke through there, there's pretty much your pivot price. And then again here, and the last key of support is right there. That's how I would analyze IQ. What's your weekly returns? Do you aim for percentage? Yeah, I don't aim for money. I aim for percentages of my total portfolio. And it's 4%, compounding 4%. No worries, man.
We're up to 110 viewers on Saturday.
They must be hearing something they like. How many trades per day do you do for a $500 account? That's on your own risk management. I would say you guys need to. The biggest thing, the biggest lesson that I've learned over the last 2 years is that no matter how right I am, no matter how I analyze these stocks, if I do not prepare for risk management and I don't let my ego get in front of me, I stay way more consistent. You have to stop out, even though the chart. You have to stop out.
Yeah.
You have to.
Don't bag hold.
You have to allow yourself to be burnt. I mean, if you don't, your ego is gonna get the best of you, and you're gonna blow your account every time.
You won't learn from the mistakes.
What do you do during your down weeks? What do you do recovers? I work out. I go to the gym. That's what I do in the morning. I have a very, very strict morning routine, and I think routines is really, really important. I wake up at 5:30, or I wake up at 5:15 every morning. I'm in the gym by 6 o'clock. I'm in my office chair by about 8:30, preparing. That's my morning every morning.
How has the gym been going for you? You trying to get any PRs or anything?
No, I go just for the stress. I mean I can feel as long as I stick with my diet, I can feel myself getting stronger. But dude, having kids, like you eat all this shit all the time. Like Jameson had his first birthday, and I was like eating stuff and cake left and right. It's crazy.
I just had a 12-pack of cookies from Subway.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Thoughts on CGC for 60 to 90 day hold? Damn. All right, you're a swing trader for that long. CGC.
So on the low end.
CGC, Lindsay, are you long or short? Jason, that's my life until I transitioned to full-time trading. That's the hardest part of me. Yeah, for sure. How often do you wire off Tradenet? How is that your account? They let you do it every 14 days. So you have to have your request to wire transfers. You wire your fees out before the 15th day of the month, and it takes about a day and 2 days, 2 to 3 days to get your cash wired in. What state? I live in Indiana. What do you?
Lindsay, are you purely playing the technicals on this, or are you just doing any fundamental research on CGC? It's a pretty volatile stock, but it's bullish.
Yeah, there's really no range in it. The range is huge. The range is pretty much from here all the way up to here. So it's a pretty risky one. It looks like it's kind of coming off this kind of choppiness right here. See how the supported choppiness is kind of coming off of that's kind of support area right there. You guys, I'm not controlling myself. Cool, sweet, cool, man.
Oh, this is a Canabis stock. Yeah, Canopy Growth Corp.
Haven't taken a position yet. I honestly wouldn't.
Long into legalization, so you're looking.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it until at least it confirmed above, like this.
It's got a lot of consolidation.
This 28 area. It's just the range is huge for me. It's too choppy. Like it's holding this. I see this area right through here, how choppy that is, and that's where this line is. That's where this support is holding. Even though you've got this resistance is turned to support here. So let me just chart this out for you. So here's pretty much the price where it's holding here, but there's really not any volume to support that. See the support. Look at this. Look at the volume right here in that support. There's no volume in it. The only reason it's staying up is because it's very low. The trading is very low in volume.
Yeah, you got more volume right there on those low end wicks.
Yeah, so your volume and support, I would say, is like down here, and then
for the 200
like
EMA.
Right here, and that will probably turn into resistance in this area. So yeah, I don't know. That's not one I would take. GRTC. All right, last one I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna give it back to Garen. Yeah, another one that's gapped up, gapped down a bazillion times. I wouldn't take this trade either. It's too choppy. The range is like crazy. Here's the range. Here's the range for you. Here and like Jesus, yeah, here. You're talking.
And it's midway in the range.
Yeah, it's huge. Like there's the range. I mean, you could play it off these EMAs, but there's really no valid support and resistance in here. It's just too damn choppy.
Ultra. This is an ETF. 20 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You're welcome, Lindsay. What is the best volume weighted indicator? Well, if you're playing off volume, you want something average volume, go with VWAP.
Yeah.
A lot of the big financials will trade with the VWAP. A huge reason why I've gotten into EMAs is because a lot of financial securities and financial investment companies like JP Morgan Chase and all those analysts, they use EMAs to trade with.
I think I was experimenting with you can take your EMAs and set them as VWAP.
Oh, really?
They can weight off VWAP if you go into this right here. I haven't really messed with it though, but I know you can do that.
Gotcha.
If you want to do volume weighted move averages.
I had no idea. Gush, Mason. Yeah, I'll do Gush real quick.
Gush is the one I've been trading it for good profit. It got pulled down today though for.
Got pulled down yesterday.
Yeah, the S&P 500. Yeah, it pretty much the entire market got pulled down and it broke channel.
Gush.
If you go into the 10-minute, you can see the channel.
So here's your range. Let's just set the range. This is what I do.
This is a very popular ETF for the computer areas.
Yeah, this is short. This is a short for me, and I'll explain why.
It did trend break off of today.
Can I get rid of these drawings? Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead. I probably need to redraw them anyways.
Okay, so let's just do the support resistance lines, right? So obvious support, boom, right there. There's support there, and then you have support right here at this EMA. Boom. For me, because it's downtrending, this is a short, and there's multiple reasons why this is short. It's below the EMAs I look for to kind of gauge my bias, and you can see yesterday it broke. I mean, it tried to test that lower support. Tomorrow, the next day, if it breaks below, you're going to see a pretty good risk reward here. So if you want to go ahead and do this, I would short into this 38 area. I would risk just right above it, and then I would look to start scaling out down here, because the next area of support is not until this 35.70. I mean, you're talking $1.30, $1.50 area of gains here. That's a good risk reward. Yeah, I would short that.
Check out drip. That's the inverse of gush too, because so gush and drip are weighted together. So it depends on what the play looks like for
Mason. This is a daily. On intraday, I'm looking at the 10-minute. So if I was going to trade this on Monday, I would open it up with my 10-minute like this. And even the 10-minute, you can see it breaking this trend.
Yeah, so
you see this
you got
trend.
a bunch of resistance right there.
Yeah.
Tons of volume.
And you can see on the chart where I was on my daily, now you can see on the intraday where it's coming down and stopping.
I channel traded this for good profits on that.
So here's where I would sit this. This is how I would have traded this on Friday. I'd have set this trend like this. Fucking set this trend. Thank you. And then I would have looked for confirmation on my EMA. So as soon as this come up and it broke through my EMAs and confirmed right here, I would be short. I would be adding into these pops. And as soon as I hit my support down here, I'd be out. I would be trailing out the entire time, taking small profits throughout this entire trade. That's a good one. That's a good short. I like that one. I would look for this same kind of little pop in the morning, because look, every morning what does this do? It pops, right? See the morning pop? Morning it pops. Morning it pops and fades. Morning it pops and ended up fading the day. Morning popped, ended up still fading. You could have gotten a short through here. Pop, fade back down. Pop. I mean, this is a pop and fade fucking heaven right here. So Gush, Mason, I would look for a pop and fade on Monday. And I would look to get in close to like yesterday's highs if you can, if it'll pop that high. But then I just set a good risk management.
Pull up drip real quick. Let's see what that chart looks like.
Short Gush drip.
Yeah.
DRP or
DRIP. So a lot of people will play this. Drip and Gush are really popular for the Ricky Gutierrez community, and they weighted off each other. They're the inverse ETFs of each other.
Yeah.
So whatever Drip does, Gush is going to do as well. So you look at both charts to kind of get an idea of what's going to happen.
This is a good long if you were going to long it. I mean, this would have been a good long on Friday, not anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see it.
Clear downtrend.
Clear downtrend, popped it, and it stayed above the EMAs. Confirmed. Boom. You made good. It's just not a lot of range there. I mean, you only have 40 cents of range.
Yeah, it's
586 to I don't like the range, but if you're gonna take like a large size, then you can make good money. But you need like 2,000, 3,000 shares to make, whatever your daily goal is. You both can't go down. No, you're true. Yeah, no, you're completely right. If I were gonna do anything, I would short Gush. The chart just looks better to me.
Yeah.
Jason, I like the 10-minute because it gives better confirmation. The 15-minute, I mean, it do the same thing. It just takes longer, and I'm not as patient to wait for that. So
let's see what the daily chart is. Let's go back and see that, or the yearly. Yeah, so it's a downtrend.
Yeah, this is downtrending. I would say if Drip come into this price action right through here, the 762, and was able to pop over it, then it would be a great long. I mean, if you look at the support resistance, it's something that's going to be a long there. Here's all kinds of support right here. and it's currently hitting that area on the 10-minute. Right here. Yeah, so the 10-minute came up and hit that resistance area. So yeah, I would wait for it to confirm over that resistance area and look to start scaling out through this 662 area. Hold some for a swing long.
Happened at TNPX. Why did it drop and push back up?
TNPX, TNXP. Dumbass.
Huge dip down.
Oh, damn. Something fundamental happened there. There was a catalyst that pushed that. I don't know where you're.
Pull up Discord real quick. So for those that don't know, you guys can use the StockBot to find the news real quick. What was the ticker?
TNXP. Yeah, there you go.
Zynga. Yeah. Bunch of pharmaceuticals, 33. They probably had a failure of phase 3.
Something PTSD failure looks like.
Yeah. So biotech news. That caused a huge rip down.
Ouch.
Do you think
you can bounce that? I mean, if there's any known support down that low in the 10 years back or something, you can look for a bounce play somewhere. But typically, when those bio stocks get beaten down like that, it takes a lot for them. It takes a lot of PRs for those things to rebound because it just is what it is. Once they fail a phase 2 or fail a phase 3 or fail an FDA inspection or some crazy shit like that, it's super hard for them to find ways of returning.
Yeah, it's lows.
Yeah, and that just smashed through the lows. I mean, you're talking went from $5. Damn, that's rough. Okay, I'm done, guys. Look me up on Twitter. I am at Tradezilla_16. Follow me on there, and then I will have my YouTube channel up here soon. I'm a profitable day trader on YouTube.
You can link it all in the Discord too.
Yeah, I'll link it in there.
So is there anything else you want to go over?
No, I mean, I think we did pretty good. I think we covered everything that I look at every day.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for Ryan, you can ask them in here under the Discord. Ryan's trading. So looks like you got a few more questions going. And then he's
in my
also
Discord.
Yeah,
of course I do.
He's also got some his Twitter setups and kind of a rundown of his strategies, everything he looks for. What do you think about the penny stock shorting strategy? I'm not familiar with it.
You talking about shorting parabolics or shorting all of the shit that goes 100% north?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to watch for the backside on those things.
For where to place stops, it's your stops are dynamic right now.
My stops are according to my risk management and according to the chart. You have to find out where you're okay and what your risk is on each trade. It can't be the same exact risk on everything because you'll blow your account. You have to look at the percentage of each trade based on the price of the stock and know where your stop is. And that all is in correlation with how many shares you're trading.
What's your take on AMD? I wish I'd played this on the earnings. They had earnings.
Yeah, they did.
Here.
They did really good in their earnings report.
You think this is
It'll be a long. It's a long on the daily. It's a definite long. You have to wait for that pullback to come back to that what is that area? That 17 area, 1750 area. I'd wait for that area to come back to.
Yeah, retest the. Didn't even.
Because it's extended on the.
Didn't even really retest it. Just ripped straight through it.
Yeah, it's a momentum extension, so I'd wait for that to come back. It's gonna come back. It didn't really gap up overnight. It just, well, I guess it did, didn't it? It did gap up. Yeah. I would wait.
How you doing, Discord? Jason, can you throw up a Discord link? Look at Twitter. Oh yeah, Twitter had a huge dive. So it's currently bouncing off of that resistance right now. You got big volume right there on that candlestick. So that wick right there, that's probably solid resistance. You got some big volume right there as well. So what's your take on mega caps like this on Twitter and curling up over? Do you think they can be good longs for the pullback, or you always short and just wait for the test and the reversal? And
Well, on the daily, it's kind of in no man's land between
mm-hmm.
in terms of the EMAs, but you can definitely look and see where it'll bounce. I mean, it'll probably bounce right where it's at right now, or it'll make its next leg down in that next support area. Just depends on how you want to play it. If it gets into that next support, your 200 is right below that, and it will definitely hold that at least for a day or two. It depends on your strategy, what you like to do. If you like to bounce them, then wait for that to come down and bounce it. If you like to,
I'm terrible at bounce plays.
Yeah.
Trying to go long on stuff like this, I have a 0% win rate.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I mean but look at the Twitter though. It's an obvious, like, it was downtrending before it even took that huge dump.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna have a bias into earnings or whatever that news was, you could.
So you even look at the common, like, slight downtrend, market sentiment that maybe it's not going to be doing well.
Yeah, if you're gonna play earnings, look at the daily to see if people are buying it or selling it. If you're gonna go watch Facebook the day before, it's like, bring up Facebook.
It was an uptrend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that was one when nobody knew what was going to happen. I mean, that had every single quarter of that thing has great earnings.
They had the lawsuits and stuff too, with all that stuff that happened with their. There was a bunch of stuff in the news. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing this on my channel. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's I can get you set up with it and show you how to do it. You pretty much just download. You don't even really need the Streamlabs. This is better for Twitch and stuff and streaming, but the regular OBS is looks like this. Where's that? Or maybe I deleted it. It's even simpler than this. This one's kind of complicated.
All right, I'm gonna head out here in a minute.
Okay. Let me see what we can go over my trades real quick. So my mistake, trading Friday. Let's go to the yearly chart. My mistake on Friday was over trading, definitely, and I was going in long on Amazon, thinking that it was going to bounce off of that trend. That's kind of hard to see. Can't remember what my target was. I think I was looking for a dip buy on this channel because it was run up and it had good news. So I think Amazon beat their earnings or doubled their earnings or something like that. So I was looking for a dip buy here, and I bought here. Thought it was going to curl back up and go long.
How many shares did you buy?
It was only like one or two.
Gotcha.
It was not a whole lot, but it was enough to lose money.
Yeah.
That was actually my entry right there, and then went long. But my mistake was I was not paying attention to the overall market. So I got burnt on that, and everything on the mega caps got pulled back because of this huge pullback. So everything was overextended, and I think Amazon, pretty much all of the big tickers were pulled down yesterday. Tesla fundamental dip buy. Yeah, so Amazon, Baba got pulled, Nvidia, everything was down. Baidu, which is the owner of Amazon, or the owner of Baba. Lowe's.
I think Baba is going to be a really good long.
Baba, yeah.
Swing. It's going to come right back up in the 200 and smash through.
Their earnings are next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a shitty trade on that, and then I traded AWX on that. Well, I showed you that one. I tried to short trap or long trap that channel right there, and I was just too early into it. my entry was right there when it should have been like way up here.
How much room did you give it when you got in?
I got into it actually the first one like right here,
Yeah.
and I averaged up as it was coming up because I thought it was going to cup and handle and fail.
Yeah.
But my mistake was I think I drew my channels. Yeah, my channel was drawn off of. I did not pre-market channel. Let me delete. Let me get rid of green. So my channels were actually drawn off of this. So I had my channel like this instead of off of pre-market.
That makes sense.
So I was shorting right here instead of shorting up here into the trap.
Gotcha.
And that failed, but it ended up pulling back. So my prediction was correct on that one.
Just gotta give it a little more room.
Yeah, my impatience is costing me money.
Yeah, so my risk profile is that I don't add into losers. Add only when confirmation is there. So definitely always start with an initial size, but don't add until the kind of confirmation of the trade is actually there. There's no reason to add into losers.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep adding into losers, you're gonna have what happened to you today. That happened Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I would have go back to AWX real quick.
Yes.
So where you added right there,
We can see my trades.
AWX, you started.
AWX, the first one was 1028 at 730,
Yeah.
1035, 1035, 730, 46. So shorting into the 30s too, I found that it's a really bad position to short into.
And you're also not giving yourself enough room to average yourself up, right? So if you started at 730, you added another 737, you're really not, your average isn't really that great because you're not giving yourself, because now you've added maybe your full size or maybe like your quarter size, but you're still average. If it's still going up, it's not that great. You got to give patience. If you're willing to keep adding, then let it run a little bit to add.
Okay.
Especially something like a minimum play like this. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no backside when you were shorting. There was no backside yet. There was no confirmation that thing was getting ready to fall. It was still moving up.
Yeah.
So I would have waited until that red candle right after the top green one. I would have waited for that to come through, and then confirmation would have been right back underneath the trend.
So yeah.
I would have added right underneath that trend again, and then waited for it to dump.
Yeah. So add into the.
Yeah, I would have added into that red candle another quarter, not my full size. And then once it dumped and confirmed to get back into that range, that trend range, I would have added full size and waited for it to dump.
Okay. So wait for that solid. Well, let me delete. Yeah, my impatience has been my biggest issue.
Yeah, you have to allow your initial size to meet your risk profile. And if it's meeting it and you're still okay and it's still moving the opposite direction and you're still okay with adding, then wait for it to give you a confirmation to actually add. And that red bar right there would have been it because that's on the 10-minute, right? So,
yeah. And that would have been 785 still.
Yeah.
So I could add it on the retest right here.
Hell yeah, and adding that high, now your average is like 760 if you added another half of your full size.
Yeah.
And then once it confirmed that third red bar after that top, over here when that confirmed to get below, I would have there's your next either to get into your full size or another quarter, and then wait, give it some chance.
There was the full retest and failure, and then I thought about adding into the long here on this bounce. But I don't know why. I try to counter trend way too much. I need to trade with the momentum of these more.
Don't fight the trend, man. That's the thing. That's the thing I started doing too, is trying to fight the trend. Just wait for the backside if you're shorting.
Typically, I'm not familiar with shorting these low caps like this on the channel trades, but I have. So my play is on Gush. I traded Gush pretty much profitable every day that I traded it, except for one last week. But this was a very similar channel strategy. So we had the big rundown, and then I pretty much channeled this right here. Yeah, that's about right. And it's real simple. You buy here on the low ends and you let it swing. Typically, Gush moves either a half or a 3/4 move. It never goes full moves on the channels. But shorting into these bull traps though, because I look at these as basically overextensions of their rate of ascension, and especially on the morning opens, you have the huge rips on the morning, and then you can short into those traps. I think I traded this short, made profit, and I thought about going long, but it was midway in the range.
Gabi, the way that I learned how to handle my emotions in real money is trading with real money.
Yeah.
And all you guys that are paper trading, it's great to learn your strategy, but like all that goes out the door as soon as you hit trade or buy or sell with real money. I promise you. Your adrenaline, you'll never feel more adrenaline than when you put your own money into the market and hope it comes out the right way.
And it helps to start with small size. You know, you don't have to be trading with 10 grand.
No, if I could go back and talk to my first day trader self again, I would say start with like 50 to 100 shares of everything.
Yeah.
Of anything $10 and lower, start with 50 shares, and just learn the emotions, learn the risk management, and everything else will fall into play.
Yeah.
Your emotions and risk management are 90% of being able to be profitable and consistent. Period.
And a lot of people ask me on books to read. I don't recommend people read certain books because of like you need live experience for certain things. Have you read Trading in the Zone?
No.
This book, it's really good.
I'm not a huge book reader, man. I fall asleep.
Audiobooks.
Dude, I'm asleep like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fast that works for me.
Yeah. This book, I don't ever recommend it to anybody that has not live traded with real money because you don't know. The feeling's different when you're trading with live money.
My favorite book is One Good Trade. It's
Yeah.
a solid book.
So yeah, that was my gush trades. Pretty much just play the range, and it's a pretty. I think I have 70% accuracy on my reports.
I'm digging this Stream Deck thing, man. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I love this thing.
How do you get the icons in the background? Just does it?
There's the app Stream Deck.
So you just put them in there.
So you can click here, and then you click Create New Icon, and it comes up this website, and you can import in, your wallpaper mode.
Oh, yeah.
You see that right there? You can import in a photo. So I just imported in the Google logo.
Oh, yeah.
And you save the image, save as wallpaper, and it gives you all these keys, and you just put them in there. So that way, my biggest issue sometimes with this is I'm not clicked on the screen.
Yeah.
I'll be typing stuff, and then I'll look, and I'm like, shit, I didn't have it selected. But this, like, okay, I'm selected on Chrome. Now I'm on my trader.
Yeah, that's
platform.
pretty sweet. That's cool. I need to get something like that, man.
Yeah. Let's see, where's my channel trades? So these are my channel trades for the week.
They give you this service because you're an affiliate, or are you still paying for it?
I bought it, or I did the 1 week free thing, and I messaged them about something. No, they didn't have Tradenet. They didn't have Tradenet as a broker on here. So I said, hey, how do I get my stuff imported? Because I'm Tradenet. And I told them that it's live streaming right now. So some people wanted to see the software, and they're like, oh, I'll just give you an affiliate, and you can try it out.
That's cool.
All right, cool. Parabolic range. Looks like I need to organize my win-loss. So no, that's not right. Oh, well, I've got to redo I think I've got too many things I'm tracking. Yeah, so that was the Stream Deck, and then what else did I trade? NZXT. So yeah, I actually traded in NX, NZT. What was my trade on that one? I just need to, a lot of these. I think I tried to catch the bottom of this channel, but my mistake was I drew my channel off of like these trends right here. So I tried to get into it long here on the bounce, basically being premature on the entry, not waiting for confirmation. So this was a bad trade. The better trade would have just been shorting off that channel.
NTNX?
Yeah, this is the one that somebody was asking about earlier. And then I traded Hertz, the same thing, over the week. So I was in a long. No, I was in a swing trade on the cup and handle. Basically, I was looking at price action for. Let's scroll this down. So this was my channels. On the daily, these had a common pattern of cup and handles, and it was bouncing off of this, and I learned off of price action. You can kind of see the bottoms price action wise on these big rundowns. So whenever you have these big sell-offs and then it flatlines or just continues to go down, we had a pullback. So this is a signal that it could be the bottom. This big pullback in long, because basically longs are getting into it but this is just a dip buy for day traders.
That's either dip buying or covering or both.
Yeah. So that's probably like the 50 fib, people taking profits right there. But you wait for more signals from that, but then it continues to go down, and then you get a test and a failure, and then a test and a failure, so it's just kind of flat line, and then you have the final dip and a run up. And this dip and the buyback, and then it holds here and it kind of flat lines. It doesn't keep going lower like all these other days. This is basically this is a confirmation of price action that maybe this is the bottom, and then we get we're not getting lower highs or lower lows and lower highs. We're getting like equal, so we're flatlined here.
Mm-hmm.
So this signal and this signal together with the higher lows is basically this is probably the bottom. So I was trying to dip by and get my average down here on my swing trade for the swing back up to the 50 EMA because I like the pattern.
Yeah.
And then I day traded it as well. So when it would come down,
you can see support right over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as it would come down, I'd day trade it too and go long here, or if it overextended itself, I'd go short. I think I day traded long on this one, and then I longed it. I think I played the parabolic on this one. No, I actually lost on this day. I played the parabolic and I was up, but it came back down. And then we're just getting this common channel, and I just traded the channel every day. And then yesterday, I did not trade it because I was looking for it to go long, but the overall market pulled it down as well. And then we got this rip down below channel.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But that was pretty much my trades for the past 2 days.
Yeah, I would zoom in on that daily on the hurt over there.
The daily is definitely downtrending.
Yeah.
I was not looking to go in it long for like a solid play. I was just looking for it to come up to the 50. I'd sell out half
the
up here.
The problem is that, and although you didn't have these EMAs to look at, like that's all going to be short-term resistance, and that's all. It's going to hit those, and before it has enough buying power to get through them, it's going to be a short.
Yeah.
Confirmation with me is when it breaks up over the
EMAs right here.
The 13 right there, to break up over that. Once it broke up over that, that's confirmation. If it's going to hold though, you know what I'm saying? Like it has to hold over that.
I was waiting for that this day, so I got out of my swing trade today or Friday when I saw that it was breaking down.
I would say if it broke up over that, but now it's going back to lows now.
Yeah.
So now it's a good short to go right back down to support where it was.
I'll wait for it to retest and probably short it.
Yeah, and then lower.
Yeah, I need to stop. My biggest issue is I need to stop trying to counter trade so much and play with the trend more, and my patience. I'm too damn impatient, and it's costing me money. When I'm patient, I make money, and when I'm not, I lose money.
I'm telling you, man, go to the 10-minute chart. Watch it religiously.
I was thinking about that.
I'm telling you, it will change how patient you are. If it doesn't change how patient you are, then you need to keep practicing. Because 10-minute will keep you patient, especially if you wait for confirmation.
Yeah.
So, cool.
All right, we'll do a few more questions, and we're going to shut down the stream.
No idea how to read those graphs. Sorry, man. Find TOS and start practicing. That's all it takes.
Yeah, Yin Yang. You have to YouTube a lot. Watch lots of YouTube videos.
If you try, thanks, Jason. Go back.
Do you guys have any questions on like risk management or like anything entry wise? Let's not do any more chart analysis. You guys have any questions on stuff like that other than charts?
I don't do options.
I want to learn options, and I think Ryan does too. But
dude, Jason, I would love to go full time within the next 4 to 6 months. My consistency is not the issue anymore. Neither is my risk management. Honestly, at this point, it's just growing my capital so that I can afford it. Right. So I can't really. I have to be able to make more at trading than I do at my day job, and I do. It's just being able to see a month to month consistency, so my wife is cool with me doing it. So there's that. If I was single, it'd be different, but I'm not single. So
have y'all thought about using tick time frame instead of minutes?
No.
I have not. I don't know what the benefit.
Thanks, bud.
I don't know what the benefit of that would be. Timer rolls 1 day, ticks.
I think Ross at Warrior Trades uses like the tick by tick, the second or 10-second charts.
Those like futures.
Yeah, he's a huge scalper, and so that dude will use like second charts. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so ticks gives you okay.
I don't trade crypto. I trade the equities in crypto, like the stocks.
Yeah, ticks would be something for fast traders, scalpers.
Risk management. Do you pull your trade out when you hit your percent goal? No, and that will choke every one of your trades, Armored Fox. So just let's see how I can explain this clearly. If a trade is working for you and you don't see any indication of getting out, let it run, but also take profits. So pull up TAL real quick, and I'll explain what I'm talking about here. So on the day, resuming on the 10-minute on Friday. So on this 10-minute, when I got confirmation, I got into my trade, but I didn't hit. Once I hit a certain profit target or a certain price action target, I didn't just close my entire trade, because that chart right there never gave you an indication that this is not working. It wasn't a short. That was a short all day long, and it never got up over my EMAs. It never got through any kind of like resistance that when it showed it was bouncing. There's no reason to drop those. No, I actually exited my trade when it bounced off of that lower level.
Right here.
No, yeah, midday. I exited my trade because it kind of showed me a little bit. It's getting a little bit stronger. So yeah. That's the only indication that I had to get out of that trade. So for risk management, always stop out when you hit your max loss per trade, not per day. Make sure you know what your max loss is, and don't let your ego get in the way. As far as winners, let them motherfuckers run. Don't close a trade. Definitely take quarters off, take halves off, take even 3/4 off, but let a piece of your core share size run with the chart. That's all I can say about that.
So on, tell me your take on this. So
Trade doc, you're late. We already covered everything. Come back next time.
So I found with small accounts, when I'm trading something like this, if I'm wrong, I size into it like a third or a half starting
That's
out,
exactly what I do
and I go real loose stop loss, and if it goes wrong on me, it's, on your first entries, if you make a prediction and the trade goes the wrong way, you don't want to let it run up to the stop loss. If you know your strategy and you know your percentage win and loss, you can do that. Like Ryan would be more confident on his trades than I would because I'm so new. But as a new account, you don't want to, you have to, the $500 account, I'm risking like 12% of my portfolio every fucking trade.
What is that when they say don't go full retard?
Yes, but you have to be able to gain stuff on a small account because the commissions eat you alive. So I've been finding that if you size in with a really loose stop loss and it goes the wrong way, you stop out, but you're only losing like 3% instead of 12%, and then that can minimize your losses too. So if you're in a trade and it goes the wrong way, start cutting your shares in half, because then your stop loss doubles and you're losing less money each time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I always use an initial size, and right now my initial size on most of all of my trades is between 200 and 500 shares. Mm-hmm. That's my initial, and that's based off my risk profile for every price stock. So I have a chart that I update on a daily basis of, okay, here's my planned price for the stock. I input the price, and it tells me exactly what it is. For all that? Yeah. What's the calculator we've been using in this?
Oh, have you been using it? Yeah. So for those that don't know, let me pull up that calculator real quick for the new traders.
Joseph, yes, I trade the gap and go, but only based on my own strategy. Do you guys use? I do not use hotkeys. I use limit orders. No, I just use limit orders.
Yeah, you always try to do limit orders, market orders. You're always going to lose money on the spread. Whatever the spread is, you're going to have to pay that on a market order as a loss. Trading. Where is it at? Position size, cheat sheets. There it is. Yeah, so for those that don't have not seen this yet, this is the position size cheat sheet that I've been developing and working on and sharing it on the Discord. So if you don't have it, you can find it in the Discord under Garen's Trading Best Resources. Version 2.2 is out, and it's got some more features to it. Have you downloaded the new one? You don't have to. You've got enough leverage.
No, I incorporated that one that I put on my channel. Okay. I just put that as another sheet on my my trading journal. Yeah. So if those guys in Discord, I have my trading journals in my channel. Go check it out. It'll tell you, and it'll track your P&L for you.
I've not checked that out yet.
Yeah.
So what's that under? Strategies?
Is that trading? Yeah, it's under one of those. Yeah.
That right there, Trading Journal.
Yeah.
Who
is your guy's favorite trader? My personal favorite trader, I have like 2 or 3 of them. AR Trading, Spartan Trader, and Awesome Calls. They're all my favorite. Julian, I do have a YouTube. It's Profitable Day Trader, but there's no content on it yet. It's brand spanking new. I'm just kind of taking Garen's cues off how to build a successful YouTube page.
Let's see. I can't even. Clay Trader.
But I do think I can offer really good content. So maybe something I do. I don't know. Are you able to push up your stop loss as the profit continues to go up? Something like that possible? Yes. Good question, Fox.
What do you say?
As your trade is going your way, intraday you can see where there's obvious parts, support and resist. Well, actually, it's support is where you want to put your stop loss. So on a typical win, what I'll do is I'll wait for it to show me support, and I'll put my stop loss just below that, so that you don't risk getting stopped out on like a fade out or a head fake on a candle that just kind of dumps for no reason. So yeah, so always move up your stops, but put them in a position where you're still in the money, but you don't give a shit if it hits it or not. That's kind of how I put it. So if you're in the money, you've taken some profit, and you put your stop loss somewhere, put it at a price target where you don't give a crap if it stops you out or not, because you're in the money and it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, waiting for signals on reversals.
No, just put your stop loss where there's clear, obvious support. If it breaks the support, who cares? You made money. You're good.
Yeah. And if it goes reversal and it goes back to your stop or your average or your stop loss, you can just stop out and you'll still have money for the day.
Yeah.
It's better to make money than lose, break even if it's a little bit. Yeah. So the new calculator has the buying.
No day trader in history trades without hotkeys. No hotkey.
It depends on your style.
Well, it depends on who you ask, I guess. Thanks for your patience.
I know people that trade successfully using newspapers still. They just look at the long hold, old school fundamental trading.
Yeah.
It still works. You don't have to have hotkeys. I guess for day trading, yeah, you would, but it would help. But yeah, the new calculator's got buying power, so you can put in your and you put in the price of the stock. So if you're trading like a $60 stock, that's how many shares you can buy, and it's still profitable. But if you get into like a $100 stock, you're going to start you can't buy this many shares.
Yeah.
So that's a new feature on the calculator.
What do you think about TradingSchool.org Guru Leaks attacks on some of the traders you mentioned? Honestly, it's a guy that has a great marketing strategy, who attracts followers and clicks and videos, and a good way of him making money on whatever platform he's on.
Trading School.
He's right on some of those dudes. Guru Leaks will do their best to expose some of the furus and the fake guys out there, but he also jumps on dudes that are actually legitimate, and I can speak to that. I was a losing trader for a year and a half, and then I got into Awesome Calls, and I started following Spartan Trading and AR Trader and the guys that actually are legitimate. And look at my Twitter feed, you'll see the guys that I follow, that I've narrowed my focus of people that kind of match my trading. And
here's the number one way.
That's what I do.
Here's the number one way to find a fake. Watch their live trading. When you watch somebody trade live and they stream it, whether they're doing it right or wrong. And that's one of the main reasons why I started live trading, is because I wanted to show that I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm still in the early phases of learning day trading. I'm not a guru, and I'm not somebody that's going to promote themselves as following my picks, because a lot of times I'm losing money because I'm still new into this. But that's a good way to find whether somebody is legit or not. Do they live trade, and can you watch them live trade? Not a pre-recorded live trade or a trade recap. Actually sit there and watch them enter and exit their trades in real time. That's the best way to find a fake.
Yeah, that Guru Leaks guy, I'm sure he's reliable on some things, but he's got it wrong on some of these other ones. And that's just you just have to give the guy his own opinion. It is what it is.
And keep in mind, he probably makes money off of his. So his pivot point is, this is his marketing thing, is calling out people. So you have to keep that in mind. This is how he makes money, is by being the guy who finds fakes.
Yeah.
So is this just random con artists and stuff?
Yeah, he tries to expose people, and like I said, you have to kind of take it for what it is. His awesome calls live stream and show his broker statements proving yes he does absolutely every morning the chat room is a live stream of some of the moderators that I follow that I mentioned. So Spartan Trader and AR Trading, they're moderators in this, and AJ is the lead owner of the site, and he's the one on the mic talking through every single trade, as well as he has a full list of about 10 to 12 stocks that he puts out for all of the subscribers, and he will go through each of those stocks before the market opens, gives you his thoughts, gives you his idea of where a good entry or exit would be, and you do your own thing. But he will talk you through every trade.
Does he explain his due diligence and how he finds the stocks?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's one thing.
You have to. He'll drop nuggets here and there throughout the live trading. But you have to. Obviously, it's a business, man. You have to buy his classes, which I bought AJ's classes. I bought Spartan's trading classes, which were amazing, and I bought Eric Russell's class, which if I had not had all three of those, I would have never found my strategy. I would have never found my risk management and my consistency. So this is worth it.
No, Awesome Calls and Spartan is not free.
No, they're not free. But
no. You say Spartan's what, 20 years?
No, I'm not sure how long.
AR Trading is 20 years.
No, AR Trading's I think he's been trading for about 5 years. AJ, who owns Awesome Calls, is a 20-year plus trader.
Okay.
Spartan, I think he's probably 10, 15-year trader.
So. You want to run through your thing real quick and show how it works?
Show what thing?
Your calculator, your spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. So in the journal, if you guys download it, this is not what mine looks like. So there should be a chart up there. Can you hit clear all?
It's not letting me click it.
Oh, you open this up in your browser. Open it up in actual Excel.
I don't have Excel.
Oh, then it won't work on the browser.
Oh, it won't work on.
No, because you have to have some of the code that comes with Excel for it to work.
Okay, I guess this, if you're working, you can only use this on Excel. Google Sheets doesn't work.
Yes, Awesome Calls does options, and there's a guy in there. Yeah, there's a dude in there, stock sniper. I don't know what his name is, but dude is up like last month. He was up 3,000% on his options calls. Damn. Solid trader. He's awesome.
Oh, Jigsaw's another mod in the Discord.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we'll get out of here, guys.
Okay. We'll go ahead and shut down the stream. I don't know when we'll be able to do another one again with Ryan. I'll try to get him set up on doing some videos and recap videos. He's got to get the camera software and the camera.
It'll take me a few weeks, but I think I can offer some really good insight on how I trade and offer some good reviews and take some questions. And I don't know, if you guys like it, I will. If not, then I'll still do it probably. I don't care. It's my own benefit.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We had a pretty good
Thanks, guys.
turnout today.
See you guys.